Alison Krauss once ruled stages most artists could only dream of. A breathtaking voice, a fiddle like lightning, and a presence that silenced crowds in awe. She wasn't just talented, she was untouchable. With 26 Grammy Awards to her name, applause rained down like gold dust from velvet balconies every time she performed.
Ain't it just like my tea?
Just to your ear, just, kind of disasters instead of what you wanted to get out there.
For years, her sound felt unstoppable, smooth, soulful, and sharp as a spark in the dark. But then, almost overnight, everything changed. The golden girl of bluegrass, the crossover queen who made country cool again, simply disappeared. People started whispering. Was she tired? Burned out? Done with the business? As her silence grew longer, so did the rumors. Interviews vanished, and even her bandmates started dodging questions, speaking in careful half-sentences like there was something they didn't dare say out loud. She once hinted, just to your ear, just kind of disasters, instead of what you wanted to get out there. A rare crack in her calm.
For me, the way the records were and the pace of the records and
Every silver lining always seems to have a cloud.
Nobody realized how deep the struggle ran. Her absence stretched on, heavy and mysterious. Some fans called it a hiatus, others said retreat. But behind the curtain, something darker was brewing, something that shattered more than just a schedule. Now, with the world's eyes back on her, Alison Krauss has returned, and the truth behind it all is nothing anyone saw coming.
I wasn't there before, and then my brother is like, oh, this is a new era for the band. Like, his eyes on him, like, ugh.
I always listen to men sing this stuff, men.
Wonderful talent. She's won a record 26 Grammy Awards. 26 Grammy Awards.
Because Alison was never just another singer. From her teenage years, she was a prodigy, a quiet storm in bluegrass, carving melodies no one else could even chase. Trophy after trophy, from local stages to national fame, she didn't just win awards, she changed the sound of country itself. She became the voice, the one everyone wanted a piece of. Producers lined up, begging to work with her, while musicians dreamed of just one chance to share a mic with the woman redefining Americana. The industry, always hungry for more, circled her like sharks, piling on the pressure with every hit she made. Her calendar stayed packed. Tours, interviews, rehearsals, back-to-back shows, her name flashing on marquees across the country. Life turned into a blur of hotel rooms, highway miles, and spotlight after spotlight. On stage, she gave everything she had. Off stage, the exhaustion started creeping in. Quiet, but unstoppable. Friends noticed first. Her laugh didn't hit the same. Her answers sounded rehearsed. Her spark dimmed just a little. Even her songs began to shift, softer, heavier, like they were begging for stillness. She once admitted, "We looked at each other and went, well, maybe we should carry on." And we gave it a little bit of thought. That hesitation said it all.
Alison Krauss and Union Station.
We looked at each other and went, well, maybe we should carry on, and we gave it a little bit of thought, but
yeah, you do know, but I can't say there's a specific, other than you.
At the very top of her fame, Alison Krauss looked untouchable. More Grammys than any woman in history, collaborations with living legends, flawless albums that never missed. She seemed unstoppable. But beneath all that glory, her body was whispering warnings she didn't want to hear. It started small, a fatigue that clung to her bones, headaches that refused to fade, a tension she couldn't shake. Then came the heartbreak. Her voice began to falter. The same gift that made her a star was slipping away. Doctors diagnosed her with dysphonia, a cruel condition that steals control of the vocal cords. For a singer, it's like watching your wings break mid-flight. Suddenly, the words didn't come out right. Notes wobbled. Confidence vanished. Every show felt like walking a tightrope with no net. Doctors ordered silence, the ultimate punishment for someone who lived to sing. Tours were canceled, plans erased, and her unstoppable run came to a crashing halt. The silence that followed wasn't just career deep, it hit her soul. Her own voice, once her pride and power, now felt like a stranger's. The energy that once lit up stages turned cautious, every breath measured, every note a risk she wasn't sure she could take. She was trapped between two worlds, the memory of what she used to do and the fear that she might never do it again. The fight was brutal, night after night turning into silent wars of hope and heartbreak. There were moments when even talking felt like a gamble. One wrong sound, and everything could fall apart.
Just kind of got into this mind game of, if I do it now, it won't be as good as it could be next week. So it wasn't natural to sing right above him. And so I wondered how we would do that at points in your life, and everything changed. You don't look at anything the same way anymore.
Attention to, I'm just looking for a likeness in a thread of feeling.
Alison Krauss wasn't just battling for her career anymore, she was fighting for her identity. The voice that had carried her since childhood was slipping through her fingers, and no fame, no award could fix that kind of loss. The industry, always watching, noticed her absence instantly. Headlines buzzed with quiet panic, fans whispered online. Was she done for good? Rumors went wild, burnout, health issues, even secret fallouts with her team. But what nobody saw was the grind happening behind closed doors. Krauss turned herself into a student again, humbling herself before doctors, vocal experts, and coaches. She rebuilt her voice one fragile note at a time. There was nothing glamorous about it, just sweat, patience, and heartbreak. Every exercise felt endless, every day a tug of war between faith and frustration. Some days, progress felt impossible, every sound breaking before it could bloom. But then, a single perfect note would hit. And suddenly, hope would flicker back to life. Still, it was a lonely climb. While others took the stages she once owned, she sat in silence, watching the world move on without her. Interviews disappeared, social media went dark. For Alison, silence became both her medicine and her punishment. She missed it all. The rush of applause, the vibration of harmony, the electric pulse of a live crowd. But she refused to fake it. She vowed not to step back into the spotlight until she could do it right, until she could stand there whole again. And in that quiet, she faced demons louder than any audience roar. Isolation crept in, fear whispered louder, and that perfectionist streak, the same one that made her great, turned cruel. Every plan, every thought came with doubt. Was she still relevant? Would people care? Was there still room for her in an industry that moves on overnight? While the world called it a break, behind closed doors, Alison Krauss was in the fight of her life. It was anything but calm. The stress, the doubt, the sleepless nights, they became her constant companions. In the quiet, her thoughts raced louder than any applause ever had. Friends and family circled close, offering love, hope, and gentle reminders of the legend she already was. But the truth? This choice was hers alone. No one could sing her way out of this storm for her. And the music world, it doesn't wait for anyone. Every year she stayed away, the risk grew heavier. Would people still care when she came back? Could she ever sound the same again?
Start at the beginning and all the way through and never pick it up. If I didn't get to hear the whole thing, I'd start back.
You've got a voice like that up on the top of your mound of whooping.
Searching, baby. Searching for my baby. Looks like
It's what I see. It's like a movie.
The silence stretched on, and with every season that passed, the pressure only got louder. She wanted her return to be perfect, but perfection had become the very thing holding her hostage. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, Union Station kept moving. The band worked on side projects, some toured, others recorded with new artists. They all knew what was missing, though. "When you've got a voice like that up on the top of your mound of whipped cream," one member joked, "you can't replace it." Krauss wasn't just their lead, she was their heartbeat, the golden thread holding it all together. They gave her space, but everyone felt the ache of waiting. Fans flooded social media with messages, old concert clips, favorite lyrics, refusing to forget her. The industry kept spinning. New stars rose fast. Trends changed overnight. But Alison's absence left a void that nothing else could fill. Every now and then she'd appear out of nowhere. A soft re-entry, a one-off performance, a whisper of the old magic. Each time it sent fans into a frenzy. Was this the comeback, or just a tease? The answer always slipped away, leaving only more curiosity and hope. But behind that curtain, her real fight was far from over. The battle wasn't just with her voice, it was with trust. She had to believe in herself again. Her training turned almost spiritual. Early mornings spent in silence, long hours practicing patience, and a discipline that could break lesser artists. And slowly, painfully slowly, her sound began to return. It wasn't the same effortless glow of her youth. It was something deeper, tougher, built from struggle, scars, and strength. What once came easy now carried the weight of everything she had survived, and that made it even more powerful. She started to really listen again, every breath, every trembling note, every emotion that used to rush by unnoticed. Bit by bit, the spark came back. Writing stopped being about chasing perfection and turned into something raw, honoring survival. Every lyric carried a heartbeat, every song a confession. She chose her collaborations carefully now, only saying yes when it meant something. For the first time ever, the music wasn't for charts or critics. It was for her soul. Coming back meant more than just stepping on stage. It meant facing the world, scars and all, and daring everyone to accept the woman she'd become. Then one morning, Alison Krauss woke up and realized the fear had finally loosened its grip. She had waited long enough. The time for silence was over. The world had changed, but so had she. Her voice wasn't identical to the one fans remembered. It was something new, weathered by pain, but stronger through patience. She called up her bandmates, and together they began to build something fresh. Not a comeback, but a rebirth. This time, it wasn't about chasing old glory. It was about gratitude, about the songs that still demanded to be sung and the fans who had waited so long to hear her again. In the studio, the sessions ran deep, intense, emotional, sometimes tearful, but always honest. As the new album came to life, Alison found herself laughing more, worrying less, and rediscovering what joy in music really felt like. Those first rehearsals hit like déjà vu. Stepping into the room felt like coming home. And from that moment, the comeback wasn't a rumor anymore. It was real. Fans everywhere would soon learn that her long silence wasn't a sign of weakness. It was proof of her fight, her faith, and her fire. The story of Alison Krauss isn't a simple one of vanishing and return. It's a hard-won victory, a story carved out of loss, fear, and the slow, beautiful work of healing. She could have walked away forever, and no one would have blamed her, but she didn't, because the real reason she came back wasn't fame, pressure, or nostalgia. It was for the music itself. In the end, it wasn't her voice that saved her. It was her unstoppable will to find it again. And for every fan who waited, every artist who wondered, and every critic who doubted, her journey is proof that sometimes survival is the masterpiece. If you loved this story and want more powerful true tales of music's greatest voices, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to America's Hidden Gold. The next chapter's waiting, and you don't want to miss it.